everyone, this is Soundroll. I hope you enjoy using my tracks. If you like what you hear, go premium today and I promise to make lots more tracks just for you.
Josh from AK. I hope you're enjoying my music and it's helping to inspire your content. To get all of my tracks and more amazing music on Upbeat, click to upgrade to Premium now.
Hello, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to Delta Racing's V8 Supercar Championship. Tonight, round 3, we'll be racing the Bend, the international circuit, a 4.95 kilometre motor racing circuit located at the Tailem Bend, South Australia. It's about 100 kilometres southeast of the state capital in Adelaide, Australia. The Bend combines technical corners and fast-rolling sections to ensure an exciting race and an enjoyable drive. This track design is unique, and I can't wait to get started with tonight's competition. We're currently watching our drivers qualifying to determine pole position, and we'll head into the following format. Race 1, consisting of 14 laps with any tyre compound, but no mandatory pit. Race 2, also consisting of 14 laps with a full reverse grid from the first race, as well as any tyre compound and no mandatory pit. And our final race for the night will consist of 27 laps, a mandatory pit, and drivers must use both compound tyres. The pit window for the final race tonight is laps between having a struggle with my talking at the moment. The pit window for the final race tonight is laps 2 and 26. The drivers are currently qualifying to determine pole position, and then we'll head straight into the competition. We would like to give a special mention to Tony DeLuca and wish him a very happy birthday. Happy birthday, Tony. And we would also like to mention Bill Cosmo and announce that his favourite artist is Rick Ashley and his favourite song is Never Gonna Give You Up. I hope you all know that anytime Bill Cosmo overtakes another driver, be prepared to hear they just got rickrolled. Now, we've got quite the turnout tonight. We've got some new faces and familiar faces. We've got Cooper Shipley, Gunnar Rex, Ross Macaroni, Daniel Walsh, Paul Smith, Bill Cosmo, Tony DeLuca. I believe his name is Aaron Betts. Please correct me if I'm wrong. We've got Sean North, Daniel Cortez. We've got Emmerich. So we've got quite the turnout tonight, which is going to be very exciting. I'm quite keen to see how everything is going to turn out tonight. And if anyone notices any issues with the stream, please do not hesitate to let me know, and I'll see what I can do. But I believe it's looking to be running quite smoothly, so a lot better than our other couple of streams. There does seem to be quite a little bit of lag, but nothing we can do about that. Welcome all four, and I hope that Emmerich knows that you're cheering him on. I'll be sure to pass it on to him. I believe last race he did quite well keeping up with some of our other drivers who have driven with us a lot and frequently. There he is in just a plain white Holden, I believe. I'm hoping next race we'll get to see him in a much nicer livery, but you don't need a good looking car to be able to drive it well and win, so no worries there. Here we've got Bill Cosmo, as I mentioned before. So we'll be qualifying for about 5 minutes, and then after that we'll head into our first race. So at the moment we've got Daniel Walsh, current lap time 1 minute 49 seconds. Cooper Shipley not too far off there, just 1 minute 1:49.551, very close. And he's just completed the fastest lap time, so he's taken over there, snatching first pole position from Daniel Walsh there. We've got Betts not too far off from Walsh, 1:51, and Gunnar Rex not too far from him at 1:51 as well. And then we've got my favourite, Ross Macaroni, there at 1:51 as well. Seems to be quite the average between everyone. Now we've got a few at 1:53. We've got Sean North, which is I'd like to welcome him back since it has been a while that he's joined us. So good to see him on the track tonight. We've got Tony DeLuca and Paul Smith there, who's just completed another faster lap at 1:52. Tony DeLuca 1:53.408. Bill Cosmo 1:53 as well, and then Emmerich 2:25. We're just waiting on Cortez to complete his lap time, but I'm sure he won't be too far behind everyone else there. As I mentioned at the start, we are doing the international circuit, so it's not the 7.77 kilometers big track. It's the 4 kilometer track, which is really ideal for the supercars that we're doing tonight. So won't be a long race, but There'll be plenty of excitement, I'm sure, especially with this amount of drivers on the track. I'm really keen to see all the, I'm going to say drama. I'm feeling like tonight's going to have a little bit of excitement. We're going to have people overtaking and people getting knocked out. Let's just hope there's not too many injuries and no one gets permanently kicked out of the race. That would be really unfortunate. Really good to see everyone here tonight. 11 drivers, a lot bigger than last fortnight's race as well. Our second race held at Albert Park, I believe it was. There was a lot going on there. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Craig from Misfit Sim Racing is joining us tonight, which he will be dearly missed. I'm hoping we'll see him next fortnight at our 4th round out of 20. So unfortunately, you get stuck with me, but I mean, you've been stuck with me for a while, and we might get a surprise visit from my good old friend. Otherwise, it's just you, me, and this track, our drivers, and a little bit of excitement. So let's just, I guess, sit back, watch. It looks like the track is at 100% at the moment, so best time to be on it. It is a progressive track that they're driving on, so it'll be a little bit harder as they start out, and then it'll warm up the more they're on the track, the further we get into it. Track looks like it's at 36 degrees as well, and I can't actually read what the wind is. It's just it said it's going at 7. I was going to say miles, but that's an American thing, not Australian. Kilometers per hour, which doesn't seem like it's too bad. We can see Shipley here. I'm not too sure who's in that car, as I know there are 2 white cars, but Shipley's just overtaken. I believe it was Cosmo. He's just going around the bends there. Just bear with me as well. I mean, because I'm not 100% on, I'm still learning everything. I'm not 100% on the corners, so we'll have a little bit of help from good old Google. But just following along with Betts here. He's currently on super soft tyres, and that's another thing that we're going to be excited to look at as well tonight. Is you can do any tyre compound for the first 2 races. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if anyone is going to pit at all for the first at the first 14 laps for both races, and if they're going to change the tyre compounds. I mean, the super softs are probably the better ones to go with, but you can see we've got Emmerich, Shipley, DeLuca, and Cartez here on the soft tyres, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they go. I mean, we would hope that they don't wear their tyres out too much, too quickly, otherwise it will impact them further on in the race, so it'll be really interesting to see how they go. But given that we've seen drivers do it in the past where Betts went a little too fast on that corner there. We have seen other drivers do it in the past where they've managed to sustain an entire round and race at the same time. We've seen them sustain an entire race on the soft, so it's not impossible. They managed to do it. Some better than others, but I mean, we're here to have fun, have a good time. This is a pretty good hobby to have. So we've just gone into overtime. So everyone will finish off their remaining laps. We'll take just a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back and we'll kick off with race 1. I hope everyone is as excited as I am. Don't judge me too hard if I can't really call out the race as well. I don't have as much experience as Craig has. He's got a lot of experience with calling out the races and the lap times and the corners of the map, so it will be a little bit of a struggle for me. I may not sound like I've got so much energy, but I do. I'm keeping just a little bit quiet, conserving my voice for when it gets really exciting, but I don't feel like I have to yell as much because I'm right in front of my microphone, so if I feel like if I yell, it's just gonna blow someone's speakers, and then don't send me the invoice, please. We've got Betts, Smith, and Cosmo still needing to finish off their remaining lap times, but I'll switch over. We'll take just a short break and we'll be right back with our first race. Thanks guys, and stay tuned.
there, this is Josh from AK. I hope you're enjoying my music and it's helping to inspire your content. To get all of my tracks and more amazing music on Upbeat, click to upgrade to Premium now.
Alright, we are back. We are getting started into the race. We're on where everyone's just going out now. And we've got Shipley there in the front, and Walsh is taking, well, they're side by side, just coming around the first corner of the track. Now onto the second corner. Shipley there holding first place. Walsh not too far behind him. Ross Macaroni there in third place. Adam, not Aaron. Adam Betts there in fourth in that bright red car. Shipley still holding first place there. Walsh 0.193 seconds behind him, so close. We've got North just taking 8th place from DeLuca there. Adam Betts taken over from Macaroni, which we just missed. I had to keep track of everyone. Sean's now in his real car there. He's just gone there off into the grass, taking the corner a bit wide there again, cutting through now. That'll be a tough penalty there. And we've just missed it again as well. We've got Walsh there, taken over from Shipley, taking first place. Shipley 0.8 seconds behind him there, coming into the next corner. Gotta pull up my friend so I know what corners I'm calling. We've got our drivers now going into the corner 15, out onto the 16, and now going onto this small straight coming into the 17th corner. Walsh is holding first place there. Well, Shipley not too far behind, now just a second, 1.2 seconds behind him there. Macaroni taken over from Betts again in 3rd. Adam there in 4th. We've got Emmerich in 5th. Cosmo in 6th. We've got Gunnar Rex in 7th. Tony DeLuca in 8th. Oh, and Rex taken over from Cosmo. They're coming out of the straight here into the first corner. Oh, and he's just knocked over. I looked away for just a second and I missed what happened. Cosmo and DeLuca have taken over from Rex, who's fallen behind into 8th place. We've got, you can see Smith there just in the back. Just there at the top, you can see the rear view. Paul Smith 3 seconds behind. And we've got Adam and Ross here are fighting over for 3rd place. They keep taking it and losing it. We've got Ross so close behind. Betts there. We've got Emmerich not too far behind Ross there. Wow, look at Emmerich come around that corner so quick. He nearly rolled over there in the dust. And again, nearly side by side, nearly taking 3rd place. Got quite the competition here for 3rd place, all between Betts and Macaroni, and Emmerich not too far behind, trying to join in on this fight. It's good to see some commentators there in the comments as well. Welcome, Pete stole my name, Adukin. Looks like the little competition for 3rd place has calmed down just a little bit. Adam keeping hold of it. Macaroni has fallen slightly behind, just 0.623 seconds there. Surely he can catch up and take it. We have known Macaroni to be quite the fighter, and he usually does keep hold of his position. But he's got quite the competition. We've got quite the turnout tonight as well. A lot of people here. It's good to see. Everyone's keeping hold of their positions quite well. No too close a gap, except unless you're counting Betts. And he's just lost 3rd place there. He's just taken that corner a little bit too hard, driven over into the grass, allowing Macaroni to take over. But he's catching up really quick. He may have made a slight mistake, but he's coming over to correct it really quick to come and snatch back that 3rd position that was just stolen from him. Look at Macaroni there in that bright yellow car, sponsored by Peter Travelos from Ray White Taylor's Lakes. And Shipley looks like to have had an accident there, facing the wrong way on the road, and he's just been taken over by Macaroni, Betts, and Emmerich. Cosmo's catching up really quick, with DeLuca not too far behind him either. Not too sure what happened there with Shipley, but there's no doubt in my mind that he'll catch up and he will get to 2nd place real soon. If it's anyone you have to watch out for, it's Shipley. Look at him take those corners. Oh, and DeLuca's lost 7th place to Rex. Oh, they're side by side. It's actually... Can he keep it? Can he get it back? Doesn't look like it. Rex is really getting around those corners too quickly. That is a good question of all four. Please let me know if I'm saying your name wrong. Not really great at pronouncing anything, but I'm not too sure why they don't have a skin. I guess when we take our next break between our intermission, between race 1 and 2, I will bring it up and I'll suss it out and I'll get back to you. So I'll make a mental note to remember because I tend to forget things. Oh, it looks like Betts is still on Macaroni's tail there with Emmerich not too far behind them. This competition is not over. Adam is determined. And you can see Shipley there not too far behind in 5th place. Look at these three, but all in unison, driving these corners like nothing. Flowing on the track like water. The three of them are now coming out of corner 6 into corner 7. Macaroni keeping slight distance between himself and Adam, probably sweating, knowing that Betts is on his tail. Sorry, I can't seem to decide what name I want to call everyone. Macaroni's got 10 seconds behind Walsh there. Walsh looks like he's comfortably driving up in 1st place. He's just come out of corner 16 and going into corner 17. Betts is side by side with Macaroni now. He's taken 2nd place. And there they are, driving again in unison, all taking the corners the exact same. It's very satisfying to watch, really. Look at them go. Betts is real competition for Macaroni there, and if we thought Macaroni was a good driver, it looks like Betts, he's might be getting a little bit too sure of himself. Nearly lost that one, but he quickly corrected himself, quickly got control of the car, and he's made it. He's smooth sailing, 0.6 seconds in front of Macaroni there. He was holding a closer gap before, but if he makes any mistakes now, it's over. He will lose 2nd place. So I'm actually kind of rooting for Betts here. Here we are. We've got Rex behind Bill Cosmo. It looks like he's catching up quite quickly. Not too sure if Cosmo's going to keep 6th place. It doesn't look like it. Oh, and they look like they were just about to touch. Rex had 6th place for just a second there and then just lost it around that corner. They're coming into the 6th corner now. Very smooth, well done. And now they've just passed 7th corner, going into 8, 9, 10. It doesn't look like Rex is taking 6th place from Cosmo anytime soon. Cosmo calculated that very smoothly and he's kept it, he's held it. Rex is really strategically trying to get in front of him, but it's just a little bit too hard. If he pushes his car too hard, he'll probably go off into the grass. If we look down just to the bottom corner, we can see that the track is at 94%, so the grip isn't 100%. Oh, and just as I said, Rex has made just a little bit of a mistake there. Nearly lost 7th place to DeLuca and Smith, but he's corrected himself and he's back on track. And it looks like DeLuca just lost 8th place there from Smith. Oh, and no, he didn't. He was going to overtake, but didn't quite. He would have really gone around that corner too fast and lost it had he tried. Sorry, just bear with me. I just need to change just a little some settings. Looks like everyone is still in the same position, and I didn't realize this before, but it looks like everyone's driving on soft tires, which is interesting. The track grip is at 95%, so just gone up by 1. Temperature 36% degrees Celsius, sorry. Wind's a bit stronger now as well, which will probably be impacting the drivers. Maybe not by a lot. Cosmo and Rex are still fighting for that 6th position. Cosmo was holding it so well. It doesn't look like he's allowing Rex to just make him panic. I find I never have the proper words to use whenever I do this, especially when I get excited or just... And it looks like Cosmo has gone over there in the grass. Rex is now in 6th place. How long can he hold it for? He had it for just a second before Cosmo overtook him over in one of the corners. We'll see if he can keep it now. They're coming into corner 15. And it looks like Rex has gained enough distance to be able to hold 6th place pretty well. Let's just hope there's no overcalculation and he goes off into the grass. Smith is catching up there, closer behind DeLuca. Will he be the second one to do it? I kind of do hope Cosmo does overtake someone here. Oh, and now they're side by side, Smith and Cosmo. Coming out of the straight now and into the first corner again. Oh, Smith tried to go on the inside of that corner, but didn't quite catch it here. But it looks like he has taken over 7th place. Yes, he's taken 7th place just in out of that corner, taking on the outside. And now Cosmo is in 8th place. It looks like DeLuca might be taking 8th place from Cosmo here. You can see him catching up ever so slowly. He's going on the outside of the corner. Oh, no, wasn't able to make it there. But you can see DeLuca is trying very, very hard. I think this is our closest battle here. Very intense. It looks like Cosmo has gained a little bit of distance from DeLuca there, and it looks like DeLuca isn't taking 8th place just yet. We are on lap 8 out of 14. A few more to go. We'll just follow along here with Daniel Walsh. He's coming in out of corner 3, going into 4. He's smooth sailing from here. We've got 10 seconds between him and Betts there. No competition whatsoever. He's now coming into the 6th corner. Very smooth, very well done. Now going into 7. Coming out of 7 now, going into 8. He's taking those corners perfectly. No miscalculation. Just driven his back wheels into the grass there. No competition for Walsh here tonight. He is the fastest racer by the looks of it. Relaxing there over in 1st place. It looks like Shipley has now taken back 3rd place from Macaroni. Macaroni there lost it at that corner. They're coming up into the 14th corner here. And it looks like Shipley will be holding 3rd place. In no time he will catch up to Betts. I'm just curious to see if he'll do it before the end of the race. I have no doubt in my mind that he will be able to. It looks like someone has just been lapped. There in the grass is, I believe, Daniel Cortez. I would like to give a special mention to Cortez there. He may be in 11th place and may have quite the distance to close if he can get to 10th place, but it is always very good to see everyone giving it a go and keeping in it, even if they are not as fast as other people. It's definitely, as long as you're having fun and always trying to better yourself and always have a faster lap than the last, then no one can be mad at you. So well done to Cortez. North there in 10, DeLuca in 9, Cosmo there currently in 8, with a little bit of competition still with DeLuca, who there might be a little challenge between. We've got Smith in 7th, who is a new driver with us. Welcome, Paul Smith. We've got Gunnar Rex, who I do believe has driven with us in previous races. So I don't think he's a frequent driver, but it's good to see him here. We've got Emmerich, who joined us last race, who I must say stunned me. I was curious to see if he would build some competition with our other frequent drivers who are known to be very good, and he did. We've obviously got Macaroni, who is one of our very good drivers with us, very experienced. We've got Shipley, who if anyone here didn't know, Shipley is actually 13-14, and he is running his own racing league with a friend, ATCM, so go check them out if you're interested. They do races every other Sunday, so we've got Delta Racing this Sunday, next Sunday is ATCM. If you're curious, you want to jump in, head to our Discord and ATCM's links will be there too, otherwise just ask. And we've got Betts, who has joined us in previous races as well. He's holding 2nd place there very well. Good on him. And we've got Walsh, who seems to be our frequent 1st place, besides Shipley. Oh, and it looks like Rex got rickrolled by Bill Cosmo. Cosmo there has taken over from Rex, who held 7th place really well. We've got Smith there in 6th and Cosmo now in 7th place. And we'll just follow along with Bill Cosmo here, going into the 1st corner, coming out of the 2nd one now and going into 3rd. Oh, Smith broke just a little bit much there, might have been taking that corner a bit fast. Now coming into the 4th corner, speeding up, coming into 5th corner, so I think that was 4th. Now coming into the 5th, no, this is 6th. Quite a sharp turn there. Might be a little bit awkward. Now they're coming into the 7th. Speeding up. Slowing down just a little bit to come into corner 8. 9, sorry, and 10. I can see why they call it the bend. It is very bendy. I couldn't imagine if they had done the entire 7K track. This is just the international circuit that our drivers are doing tonight. If we had been doing the entire track, we would miss this corner 10, 11 and 12, and it would be a whole lot more of a bumpy ride. It would make for good drama though for our competition. It looks like Emmerich has lost some distance between him and Macaroni there, 2.19. Quite the distance to close. We're on lap 11, 3 more laps to go. Everything is kind of relaxed a bit now. I mean, our closest drivers are Rex and Cosmo. Rex is catching up there. And Cosmo has taken that corner way too quickly, way too wide. He's gone into the grass there, lost 7th place to Rex once again. Not too much distance left behind, but that grass did slow him down, did mess him up. Needs to slow it down just a little bit at that 1st corner. Looks like there is some trouble, but he's going on the inside of this corner here. Can he? No, he can't. Thought he was going to take over from Rex there momentarily. He was close. He's got the strategy down. Sorry. There we go. That's all fixed. You can see Cosmo there, not too far behind. Keeping Rex there on his toes. He'll get closer and closer and closer. Remind him that he's there. Build up the pressure. Make him nervous. Not too sure what is happening right now according to the leaderboard, but Walsh is still in first place. Emmerich keeps momentarily closing that gap between him and Macaroni, but it doesn't last for too long. Now, I can't explain to you what's happening here on the top left with our leaderboard, with Walsh moving down into 9th, even though he is in first place in the front. So that is something that I can't really commentate for you guys. We've got the track. The track is 100% grip now. It looks like Cortez is in the pits, and so is Smith. Smith is losing his 7th place to Bill Cosmo and DeLuca. I do love looking at DeLuca's car. That beautiful deep red tone kind of reminds me of red wine and the redheads. It's very nice livery for the car. And North has also taken over from Smith. He looks like he's in the pits there for a long time, so I'm curious to hear if it's a fault on the car or if he's refueling, changing tires. I'm not too sure what's going on there. I'm sure we'll find out soon. But not too much change right now in the topic of battles going on the track here. We're just following along with Shipley here, who has gone through quite a few liveries during his time here with Delta Racing. His favorite one of mine would have to be, it was like a mint kind of skin, and he had a matching outfit for his character. I'm not too sure what they call it, sorry. But we were just following along with Shipley here, who is currently coming into the 13th corner of the track, taking it very smoothly. Now coming into the 14th corner again, taking it like it's second nature. Corner 15, 16 coming out, and then going into the 17th corner. And now coming out of that, he'll take the 18th corner, go onto the straight, and go on to, I believe, his 14th lap, or yeah, his 14th lap. I will have to ask what's happened with Walsh here, because it is saying that he's in 9th place, so I am not sure why he was moved down. Just following along with Walsh, it looks like he has lapped Cortez. And if anyone hadn't noticed, Walsh and Shipley's cars are the exact same, just like opposite colours. So we've got Shipley manning the blue car with the yellow, and then Walsh manning the yellow with the blue. So it's very appealing, very nice to look at. As we can see here on the bottom right, Walsh's best lap time is 1:50. His last was 1:51, so he's definitely improving his lap times, which is really good to see. Like, even if he's in first place, he's still improving his lap times. And you can see behind him he's got Betts. It looks like Cortez might have taken a corner too fast and slid off into the grass there. Here we've got Shipley in second place. I'll just go back to Walsh so we can watch him cross the finish line and finish in first. He's just coming out of the 18th corner, going onto the straight. And we've got Betts not too far off. And there we have it. Betts finished. Going off this, it's saying he's finished first. Shipley there in third or second. Macaroni. Everyone's coming to the end of their laps. That was started off very interesting and then kind of relaxed a little bit there at the end of that. So I'm hoping for our second race there will be a little bit more excitement. Also, I will check why Emmerich and Rex are missing their skins, and I'll get back to you. And I think we're just waiting for DeLuca, North, and Walsh to finish their final laps, and then we will take another short break and we'll move on to the third race. Second, sorry. And that is it. We're having a little bit of trouble with Daniel Walsh's lap, but we'll check in on that. So thank you everyone for joining us for our first race. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Enjoy a little bit of music while we wait, and go grab a drink, go to the toilet, grab some food, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you. All right, everyone. We are just about, I believe, under just a little over a minute until we begin. We're doing reverse pole position now. So we've got Smith in the front in first. Cortez, Walsh, who did finish first. We're just going to pretend that never happened. We've got North, DeLuca, Cosmo, Rex, Emmerich, Macaroni, Shipley, and Betts. So this will be an interesting turnout. Just under a minute to go. I'll keep this screen on, but I'll put some music on while we're waiting. And then as soon as the countdown goes, we will get... I'm trying to think of a fun word, but I can't, so never mind. All right, and we're doing the countdown now. I believe Rex and Emmerich's skins should be all fixed. Sorry about that. That was a thing on my part. And we're off. The start to our 14 laps. We've got Smith and Cortez there in the front, side by side. It looks a little messy there on track. Someone's just got knocked. Hope they're alright. Looks like it was Rex. We've got two people driving over there in the grass. A lot is happening. Cortez has taken... Looks like Rex has fallen back down. Macaroni's taken that corner a little bit too fast. Lost third place to North, and Betts there now in fifth. Looks like he's catching up just a little bit. The track is got a 90% grip on it, so it is a little bit cold, a little bit hard to maintain. Got to take these corners just a little bit slower than usual, just for the time being. Walsh is already in first place, and Betts is in third, taking it from North. Smith seems to be maintaining there. We've got Shipley here, gone on the inside of this corner, taken over sixth place from Cosmo. And we've got Emmerich side by side with Cosmo there. Trying to going on in the inside of that corner. Right behind Bill there, letting him know that he's there. Ready to overtake him at any moment. You can tell that they're just taking these corners a lot slower than they would had the track warmed up by now. Oh, Macaroni's just... Look, not too sure what happened there, if he was hit. Back on his feet, he's off. Not too sure if he was hit. I guess we'll find out a little bit later. Picking up speed real fast. Continuing on, taking it on the shoulder. We've got Emmerich here in 7th place, catching up to Cosmo, 0.2 seconds behind. And again, taking these corners way too fast. He's just skidded there. DeLuca slowed down not to catch on and do a spin out. Our drivers really have to be careful with how they are driving around these corners. It is really hectic. The track is only 91% grip, not enough for them to take the corners any faster than what they're doing. North has been knocked over into the grass, overtaken. Now he is in 8th place. Macaroni is catching up, 10 seconds behind. 6. Emmerich is keeping a solid 0.4 seconds behind Cosmo there. Leaving corner 16, going into corner 17 now. Cosmo and Emmerich leading up into corner 18 before they head onto the straight. I'm curious to see if Emmerich will overtake Cosmo here. Picking up speed, now coming into the first corner, right after the straight. No, it doesn't look like that. Oh, getting close. looks like he's trying to take it on the outside, but doesn't have enough speed or grip to be able to do it. Really trying here. Coming into the 5th corner. Coming up to the corner 16, and they've just gone out again. Cosmo is in the dirt there. Emmerich has taken over. Cosmo looks to be fixing himself, driving over there in the grass, but he has lost his position. Rex has taken over from Macaroni. In 9th place, they're quite the distance away from Cosmo, who now has quite the gap to close in order for him to get back into 7th, 6th place. Following along with Betsy, who has taken 2nd place from Smith. Betts is leaving corner 16, going into corner 17, just before 18, and going on to the straight. He's 4.3932 seconds behind Walsh there. Curious to see if he can catch up to him. Oh, drifted off into the grass there just a little bit. It seems to be quite common practice for each of our drivers to do so. Coming out of corner 18, they drive into the grass there. Walsh has got it easy. He's smooth sailing, no stress at all for anyone taking 1st place. He has no problem taking these corners, even on 93% grip. Smith coming up to this really tough corner everyone seems to be struggling with. He's slowing down just enough so he can take it perfectly with ease. He's got Shipley behind him, but he doesn't seem to be stressed or overwhelmed with Shipley there, which I definitely would be. If I saw Shipley behind me, I would just let him go. Let him go through. I would mess up. I would make so many mistakes if Shipley was driving behind me. We're just following along with Emmerich as well. He is coming into the 13th corner. Just taking a bit of a look at his car now that he's got the livery on. Pink Racing Game, HKS. Very nice, very nice. Emmerich is coming up to corner 18, about to go into the straight. We've got Walsh in 1st currently, Betts in 2nd place, Smith in 3rd, which is a change. We've got Shipley in 4th place, Paul Emmerich. Sorry, no, I'm thinking of someone else. We've got Emmerich there in 5th place, DeLuca in 6th, North in 7th, Bill Cosmo in 8th, Rex in... Sorry, having a mental blank. Cosmo in 8th, Rex in 9th, Macaroni in 10, and Cortez in 11. I thought we were missing someone, but no, we've got all 11 drivers with us again from our first race. And it doesn't look like much is happening. The track does seem to be a little bit big. I can't remember if our round 2 at Albert Park was smaller or bigger. It definitely seemed like it was. Macaroni has taken over from Rex, who looks like he had a little bit of, not an accident, but last I saw him, he was just sitting there in the grass a little bit, allowing Macaroni to take 9th place from him. Everyone's got quite a gap between each other, except Shipley, who's 0.3 seconds behind Smith. Shipley has definitely caught up. Oh, and he's knocked into him there, taking over third place in that corner, going on the inside. And it looks like Smith is... He just slid into that corner so smoothly, right behind him. It looks like that Smith is going to try going into the inside of this corner here to try and overtake, but it doesn't look like he can. Shipley is so good at taking corners, so I don't know if he'll be able to overtake here as smoothly as Shipley did. But they are battling it out. Very good, slowing down perfectly to take this corner. One of the tightest corners in this track. And it doesn't look like Smith is taking back third place anytime soon. And we've got our top 3 in their position from last race. Last race, Walsh first, Betts second, Shipley third. And it looks like it could potentially be the exact same for this race. Unfortunately, Macaroni, who did come fourth in our first race, is now at 9th place. Not too sure what happened on that straight where he lost control. If he lost control of the car, if someone knocked him. But I'm sure in no time he can recover and take back what once was his. Oh, Emirates just went over a little bit over. I don't know what those are called on the side. Does anyone know? Those little red, white strips. My first thought is to call them bumps, but I'm sure there's an actual name for them. So if anyone can tell me, please let me know. And sorry, I just hit my microphone then. Curb. Thank you. I was thinking curb, but it doesn't quite look like a curb. I am quite a frequent driver to hit the curb, and I'm afraid my control arm on my car isn't doing too well. My car tends to do exactly what Emmerich's car did there, as we saw before, where it kind of does a little whoop, which isn't good, I know, but they should probably put curbs somewhere else. Anyway, there's not too much excitement happening on. There's no battles going on the track at the moment. It looks like these positions are set for the moment. Betts is 1.6 seconds behind Walsh there. Shipley has 15 seconds behind Betts, where he has to close if he wants to make second place. I know he's got it in him to do it, but we've got only a few laps left, 7 laps left until we are done with race 2. We've got 96% grip on the track now. It'll be a lot easier to take these tough corners. Smith has 3 seconds to close if he wants to make it to third place into our top 3 positions. Emmerich is a second behind Smith. As we can see, they're just in the background behind Shipley. We've got DeLuca. Sorry, I was just having a look at if there was a penalty for Shipley driving off into the grass there a little bit, but there doesn't look like there was one. We've got DeLuca, who's got 11-second gap to close if he wants to make it to 5th. North 3 seconds behind Cosmo 2. Macaroni 3 seconds, which it does look like he caught up to Cosmo. I'm curious to see if he will be able to climb the pole, make it into perhaps 6th or 5th position. It will be quite a challenge, but Macaroni is able to do it. just following along with Macaroni here. He's coming out of that tough corner, out of corner 7 now, going into 8. The distance between him and Cosmo looks a lot bigger than 2 seconds, but given that they're driving at fast speeds, makes sense. We'll follow along with North here. Haven't given him a lot of screen time, so we'll give him some of that attention. He's got Cosmo behind him, DeLuca in front. And it looks like DeLuca is ever so slowly catching up to Emmerich. Betts has caught up to Walsh. I didn't even notice when that happened, but he has closed the distance between them. I believe it was maybe 3 or 2 seconds, but he is now 0.67 seconds behind. I'm curious to see if he will make it past him around any of these corners. The two of them are coming into corner 10. Looks like Betts is slightly skidding on the road, just a little bit, or sliding. They're now coming out of corner 12, making their way up this slight straight, on small straight, up into corner 13. And Betts is maintaining that 4-3 second distance between him and Walsh. Getting closer and closer. He is letting Walsh know that he is there. He is behind him. That Walsh has something that he needs to fear. They're now on the straight, coming into corner 1. Oh, look how close he got. Nearly tapping him there, just on the back bumper. They're coming up into corner 5. Coming around this slight bend and into corner 6, taking it nice and slow. Oh, looks like Daniel might have skidded just a little bit there, maybe broke a little bit too hard, but he's still maintaining a good distance between him and Betts, even making a little bit of distance, 6.6 seconds behind him now rather than 4. Hi, Aussie Motorsports League. Good to see you again. Thank you for joining us. It is a tough competition. Betts is working really hard to try and get in front of Walsh there. And Macaroni is climbing the pole there. He's just overtaken from Bill Cosmo. Now in 8th place, slowly climbing the ranks there. We've got 4 laps left. Can he make it to 6th place? He unfortunately was knocked down all the way from 5th to 9th, 10th, I believe. I didn't even notice that Gunnar Rex was in the pits. I'm not too sure when that happened and how long he's been there. Hopefully he won't be in there too much longer. Hope to see him come back into the race. He did provide some good competition for our other races. Macaroni's caught up to North in no time. And it looks like Shibley has also just done the fastest lap, 1:50. Well done, Shibley. Getting closer and closer at these corners. Going on in the inside. Side by side now. I'm curious to see as they're coming into this next corner. They're on the straight. We've got all 3 of them. Macaroni, North, Cosmo. Look at them go. Macaroni is in 7th place. He has taken it from North, but we've also got Cosmo there coming up on this side. Going into the first corner. Cosmo's taken over from North. North's fallen behind into 9th. Macaroni coming out in front in 7th place. He's so close. He just has to close the gap now between him and DeLuca, and he's made it back to 6th place. And look at the distance he is creating between him and Bill, coming around this corner perfectly, not overdoing it, not sliding out over too much. Well done, Macaroni. He's holding 7th place, creating more distance between him and Cosmo, really setting himself up to then take over from DeLuca. DeLuca must see Macaroni behind and be scared. He's got nothing to worry about now, but soon... 2 seconds behind DeLuca now. Created a 1 second distance between him and Cosmo so quickly, in no time. Got North not too far behind Cosmo there. Cosmo is coming in, North is coming in for revenge, wanting to take back 8th place. And I don't blame him. Betts is still maintaining a 5 second, .4 or 0.5 second gap between him and Walsh. He still hasn't been able to take first place from him. Walsh is unbeatable. Holding first place all first race, now all second race. Is there anything that he can't do? And now we're just looking at the times come in again, and now 1 second behind, 8 seconds behind. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong number. 0.8 seconds behind DeLuca. He is catching up. He's going to start putting that pressure on DeLuca. We've got 2 more laps left. This front view really shows like everything from the front of the car, how close we're getting every second to DeLuca here. Coming around into the 12th corner, coming out of it now, heading straight up into corner 13. Look at him pick up speed. Slowing down to come into corner 13, back out and into corner 14. And again, Shipley has just done the fastest lap again, 150.141. 0.2, 0.1. And they're coming around this corner. Macaroni is going to go into the inside of this corner. And he's taken 6th place from DeLuca. Not a very good birthday present. Coming into 18 and out, back onto the straight and coming towards the first corner of this track. DeLuca's not too far behind. Is he going to take back 6th place here? He's definitely going to try. No chance. Macaroni is going to start building some distance, just as he did with these other fellow drivers. DeLuca is still close behind, 0.3 seconds. Oh no, and it looks like Cosmo's fallen off into the grass there. Maybe taking that corner just a little bit too fast. North is coming up behind him, but not overtaking him just yet. DeLuca did take that corner just a little bit too wide, causing him to not get in front of Macaroni, allowing him to build some distance, and Macaroni is going to do as much as he can in this second last lap to catch up to Emmerich. I don't know if it's possible, but I know he's going to try. Emmerich has closed a little bit of a gap between him and Smith, but he's holding 5th place quite well, and Smith in 4th place. Both Smith and Oh my god, and I can't believe we missed it. They are side by side, Walsh and Betts fighting for first. Betts just momentarily did get in front. Oh, Walsh had to correct himself just a little bit to ensure he didn't knock into him. Well done. Very smooth. Walsh still in front. Both of them competing now head to head on their final lap. They're coming into this tough corner, corner 6. They took it like it was nothing. Everyone seems to struggle a little bit, slide or skid, and they took it like it was nothing. And it looks like Shipley's fallen down and lost 4th place to Emmerich. Oh, it looks like what's happened with Daniel has happened to Shipley. It might be a fault with the new real penalty update. So we'll have to get back to everyone on that. It says that they've cut through, but they haven't. So he's been pushed down. We'll have to follow it up. So don't stress too much. It might just be a mistake. Shipley might actually still be in 4th place, but we'll get back to you guys on that. But right now we are following along with Walsh and Betts. They are coming into the 15th corner, taking it so smoothly. 16 going up into 17. Betts, if he wants to get first place, he has to action now. Take action now. They're now coming out of corner 16, going up into 18. Look at him go. He's trying to get onto the right there of Walsh. Oh, and he's knocked him. He's knocked him on the side. He's slightly in first place, and Walsh is taking it back. They finished over the finish line. Walsh finished in first. Betts was so close, so close. He nearly got there. An A++ for effort. That was intense. Not as intense as I'm making it sound. I'm making it sound quite calm, but I don't have it in me to yell. Cooper Shipley did finish 3rd? 4th? Again, we'll have to follow up on that one, but Paul Smith is coming up to the finish line. I'm just going to say he finished in 3rd or 4th. We'll just go off the leaderboard for this one, and then if you're following us on our Facebook and Instagram, we will update you with the winners of race 1, 2, and 3. Emmerich has finished in 4th. Now it's Macaroni finishing in 5th, who has done an outstanding job climbing up the ranks, the leaderboard from pole 10 to pole 5. Huge. Unfortunate to see that Gunnar Rex was put in the pits. Not too sure what happened there. We will have to perhaps follow up, but it looks like everyone has finished. That is it for race 2. We are going to go into race 3 now, which I believe is 24 laps. Or 26. I will have to check. But for race 3, bear with me 1 second and I will see if we can find out. Alright, so we are going to take a break. When we come back, I will let you know the format again for race 3, and we will get started. We'll just take a short break and we'll be right back with you. So we'll put some music on, go take a little bit of break, get something to drink or eat, and give us 5 minutes.
Hi folks, Johnny Boyle here. It's a privilege to see the brilliant content you're creating with my music. If you're enjoying Upbeat, why not go premium? I guarantee you won't look back.
And we are getting right into race 3. We've got all of our races. And sorry, don't mind me. I just have to move the car to the pits because we've had some accidents in the past. Don't want it to happen again. And we're off, starting with race 3. This one is 27 laps, mandatory pit stop between laps 2 and 26. They have to use both compound tyres. And we can see Macaroni there is flying through. Oh, he just gave Walsh a little bit of a tap, stuffed him up just a little bit. Betts there is in first place. We've got quite a little group of people here in the back, as you can see. I'm pointing at my screen and no one can see me where I'm pointing. It looks like Cortez was knocked off into the grass there as well. But he's recovered. Good on him. Well done. We've got North here in 10th place. I'm just going to flick through them very quickly. DeLuca here in 9th. And look at that mass of cars right now. It looks hectic and intense. We'll follow along with Macaroni here. He seems to be in the middle of it all. He's got Emmerich in front of him, Rex behind him, both in similar, I believe they're the same or similar liveries. Very nice. And he's taken over 4th place from Emmerich. Emmerich looks like, and Rex all sliding around that corner there. Need to take it a little bit slower. The track grip is only 90%. Emmerich is now taking 4th place over from Macaroni, and Rex has bumped him on the side there, the right of the car, but he is not staggering. He is keeping it up. We can also see Shipley there behind Bill Cosmo, giving him just a little bit of a nudge, letting him know he's there. Look at this group of drivers right now. Very, very intense. Shipley is working real hard to get in front of Cosmo there. He's side by side with him, right behind him. You can see him slowly catching up, slowing down around this corner. Emmerich has fallen behind. He's 7th place. Cosmo taking over. And Shipley side by side with Cosmo here, passing that line. He will be taking the inside of this corner for sure. He's right in front of Cosmo now. getting in front of Emmerich here around the first corner. He's taken it way too fast, gone out of bounds, and has to recover. He's in 9th place. Cosmo and Emmerich still in the lead. As we can see, DeLuca here and Cosmo are battling it out. Cosmo is in 8th place. DeLuca in the lead. They're in 7th. Coming into corner 6, and they're taking it well. They're slowing down just enough so they don't lose control of their car and skid out into the grass, as we have seen happen many, many times. And it looks like everyone's got a little bit of distance between them. No one is too close, except for Ross Macaroni here, who's catching up to Rex ever so quickly. Not slowly. Doesn't look like there's too many battles going on, except for Shipley and Cosmo here. Shipley has caught up, and he is prepared to climb this leaderboard. He's 0.326 seconds behind Cosmo. Right behind him now, trying to get around him at these corners, and as we know, overtaking at corners is Shipley's strong point. No one else can do it like him. Trying to go on the outside of the corner, but not quite getting around him there. And it looks like Daniel has done the fastest lap. 1:54. Oh, and Cosmo's just gone on off into the side there. Not too sure. And Shipley's gone right into the pits. So much is happening all at once. Love to see the support there for Shipley. Looks like North will be taking 8th place. Shipley's stopping there in the pits. Curious to see if he'll be swapping his tyres over to Super Softs. Here comes Cosmo. You can see him there. Shipley's coming out of the pits now. And we've got Cortez flying past. Just about. Shipley's on soft tyres. Coming around this corner. Oh, nearly nudged there into Cortez. Beanstale, you are 100% correct. Shipley has just overtaken Cortez, taking 9th place. He's got a 13-second gap to close until he can get to North. He's just driven over into the grass there. I believe that was a warning, a cut warning. Taking that corner just a little bit wide. Cortez has taken it also a little too fast. He's gone off into the grass. Needs to recover from that. Cosmo will be passing him. There we go. And we can see that let me just have a look. We've got Bet and Walsh coming up to corner 18. It's a little bit strange to see anyone else but Bet's in first anyone but Walsh in first place. It looks like Walsh just got a cut warning as well. Maybe? I'm not too sure what these things are. I'll be honest. So if I am saying anything wrong, I hope you guys will hold me accountable and correct me. Coming into this corner fast, trying to overtake Betts. No chance. And we did miss it. It looks like Rex has gone out of the track. Macaroni now in 4th. Quickly catching up to Smith there in 3rd. This is a huge recovery from race 2. On Macaroni's part, he did lose control of his car on the straight, and he went straight down to 10th position, and he rises back up into 5th, and now he didn't lose control of his car this time, but he is back up into 4th place, and in no time he will take 3rd. I'm sure of it. He's got a second distance to close until he can reach Smith and battle him out for 3rd place, but when it happens, we will be watching. DeLuca is getting ever so close to Rex there. That beautiful pink car. And we just watched Rex slide on the road there. grip is not 100%, so they need to be careful if they are taking it too car and pushing it too car. If they're taking it too hard and pushing it too much, they will lose control and they will lose their position. So they need to be wise about this. Rex keeps losing control of the back of his car. As you can see right here, he's slid out onto the grass, allowing DeLuca to take 6th place. And he is going to build as much distance as possible. It looks like Rex has recovered quite quickly, really well. He is still sliding into those corners. And Daniel Walsh has again done the fastest lap, 1 minute 53. Well done. Walsh is still holding 2nd place by the looks of things. Sorry, I kind of just lost the ability to speak just then. I thought Walsh was going to take first at that corner. It looks like he is about side by side with Adam here, trying to take 1st place. They are going into corner 5, heading into this tough corner number 6. Betts has slowed down quite a lot. He's taking it on the outside. Walsh on the inside. He's momentarily holding 1st place, but it looks like no, Betts is behind him right now. In 2nd place, it looks like Walsh has taken 1st from him just at that corner and is holding it. There is a 0.2 second gap that Betts now has between him and Walsh, slightly getting bigger and bigger. Walsh just slid there in that corner 12, coming into corner 13 now, with Betts right behind him, letting him know that he is there. He will not give up. And Betts, they're side by side again, coming into corner 15, 16. Betts now in 1st place again, momentarily. Walsh, I am not speaking properly. Walsh was slightly there, just next to him, fell behind. Betts is in 1st place. They're coming up into corner 18, going into the straight here. Walsh is going to try. Oh, it looks like Betts lost a little bit control, came into that corner way too fast, but he recovered. He held strong, and he's still in 1st place. Walsh wasn't able to overtake him there, but it looks like he's going to go wide. They're side by side. Walsh momentarily here in 1st place. Look at them go. Taking over from Betts here. Will it end? Beanstel, I have to agree with you. These camera angles are not something that I have seen before. They are so wide. And it looks like as we are following along with this battle here, we are missing out on the battle between DeLuca and Shipley. I'm not too sure what's happening, but based on the map and what this screen is telling me, is something strange has happened. I'm not even going to be able to commentate on it because I got no idea, but someone must have been pushed down, I think. But we've got Shipley here in 8th place, 15 seconds behind DeLuca that he has to close. He has a lot of time to do it. So I'm sure he will be up there in at least the top 5. It doesn't seem like today is a good day for Shipley. We've got a new real penalty update that's happened, and it seems to be messing up Walsh and Shipley, moving their positions around, confusing the hell out of me. And I know he got second place in our first race. I can't remember what position he got in our second race, maybe 3rd or 4th. But considering everything that's happened tonight, Shipley is still driving like a madman. He is proving to everyone that he's still better. I'm not dissing Shipley. I root for Shipley. We've got Macaroni there in the pits, either taking that mandatory pit stop now and going to push through. And it looks like Shipley here, as we're talking about Macaroni, is side by side with... I'm not sure. Didn't tell me. He has taken over from... Sorry, I'm looking at... He's taken over from North. Sorry, took me a while. He's coming up to that first corner. And Macaroni, who has also just left the pits, got Shipley behind him in North in 7th place. It looks like Adam has had a little bit of car damage on the back. We've got Macaroni just smooth sailing there in 7th place, catching up to DeLuca ever so slowly. He did lose a little bit of that distance, and he's taken that corner a little bit too wide. He's just lost 7th place, from Shipley. Not too sure if he's changed his tyres and now he has to get used to them and warm them up a little bit, but he did lose there to Shipley. Sorry, now that I've got like all the exciting talk out, I apparently cannot speak for the life of me at all. We've got Emmerich and Smith here, 3rd and 4th place. Emmerich is catching up to Smith. He's got a second 0.3 behind. But look at that speed. I believe Smith and Cortez are our only new drivers tonight, and I must say I'm impressed. It's good to see that Cortez is giving it a go. I was listening before and he said that he's not a good driver, and he's just here to have fun, and that's what this is about, having fun. I completely agree with Bincel. She said that she's loving the new races. They're giving our senior racers a run for their money, and they're not seniors. They're just our usual familiar. DeLuca is refueling. They're in the pits. We'll follow again along with Adam and Walsh here, 1st and 2nd place. It's really intense. They're still going at it. Well, Walsh has held 1st place for a little while now. Betts must be getting a little bit annoyed. He's so close every time from overtaking. This camera view is so intense. It shows everything. It really puts in perspective how close that 0.3 second gap is. And he's side by side with Walsh now, so close, taking 1st place, just going out of corner 18 onto the straight. They're both side by side, as you can see. Adam has lost 1st place at the moment. Looks like he was going to try and take... He keeps trying. He's trying to go around Walsh or on the inside of him and take 1st place, but it's not happening. Walsh is maneuvering so strategically that he's just not able to do it. And Shipley looks like I'm not sure what happened again. This leaderboard is just gone nuts. Welcome, Chicha1132. Welcome to our stream tonight. Glad you could join us. 100%. The pink is something I can get around. It is a very nice color. Because you mentioned him, I think it is only fair that we show off his car. I think it is also very fitting that your color on Twitch is pink. So, I don't know if you chose that or if it just came on the stream like that, but very fitting. Emmerich joined us last race. I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear this noise as well, but it's like a refueling sound and it keeps going off. If you can, I'm so sorry, but I can hear it. Emmerich joined us last race, and he has proven that he is a really good driver. Oh, I don't know if he knocked Smith there. What great sportsmanship. He slowed down, allowed him to get a hold of himself, and continued to drive together, the both of them, coming out of corner 18. Sorry, I'm struggling with my words. Smith has taken over third place again, my apologies, from Emmerich. Coming around into these corners. Coming into corner 4, leaving it and going into 5. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut to that one. Macaroni has he's just lapped north there. And then fallen back behind him. It's good to see North joining us again. It has been a while. I believe, I'm sorry, I got really bad memory, but I believe it has been, I think the last race that North joined us was last year, in 2023. So it's really good to see North back in Delta Racing. It's been such a long time, and I have forgotten how well experienced he is on the track. I mean, look at him right now. Macaroni was about to get in front of him, and he's just fallen behind him again. He may not be losing a position on the leaderboard, but he's still giving Macaroni a little bit of a run for his money. Sorry, please bear with me while No, I'm sorry, I can't seem to fix this sound thing that's going on in the background. Can you hear it as well, or am I just going crazy? Please let me know. Okay, I'm glad that you guys can't hear it, so I don't care if I have to listen to it. I can deal as long as you guys don't have to handle it. That's okay. Following along here with the battle that's been going on since the start of our third race. Adam and Walsh. It doesn't seem like Adam is able to get ahead here in front of Walsh. Walsh is really maintaining his position in first. Adam has 0.7 seconds behind that he needs to catch up on and close until he can make it back into first place. They're taking these corners so well. They're not sliding around. There's no trouble. But Adam has a lot. Oh, and he's going straight into the pits. That will allow Walsh to gain some distance and relax a little bit. He doesn't have to worry about someone behind him. I mean, Smith is 18 seconds behind Betts, so... And I'm so sad that it looks like there was a bit of another accident, potentially, since they both slowed down. It just keeps happening between these two. They're really fighting it out. Emmerich did get in front for Smith for just a little bit there, and then looks like he just let him go back in front. They're catching up to Betts here as well, who's just come out of the pits, so it looks like they will have a little bit Adam will have a little bit of competition, but now he's got 24 seconds to close before he can get back up to Walsh there in first. I believe Walsh will probably try and build up more of a distance so he can pit. And then come back out again in first. But I'm sure if he was to pit, lose his place in first, he would win it back in no time. Walsh, honestly, his driving makes me really think back to Flubber, who Delaney, who joined us last year. It's unfortunate that Delaney isn't with us in our races now, but his memory will live on. I mean, we can see it in Walsh. I mean, Delaney was always our first pole winner, first place winner, and now Walsh is. So we can kind of compare their similarities that way. There's a little bit of drama going on in the back here in 7th and 8th place. Luca has taken 7th place from Cosmo, and they are going into corner 6, which seems to be everyone's tough corner, but it looks like DeLuca is taking it well, and Cosmo, they went around that corner so smoothly. Could have slowed down just a little bit more, but they're in it, so it doesn't even matter. Oh, and it also looks like Betts is closing that distance between him and Daniel, 22 seconds behind instead of 24. So if Daniel is to pit anytime soon, he will be fighting to get first place back again. There is no chance that he is pitting and not going to remain in first place. And it happened so quickly. I'm not even sure what happened. They were 22 seconds distance, and now Adam is in front. I'm so upset that I missed whatever happened. That was crazy. We're just following along inside the car of Walsh here. 1 second behind Adam here. I'm really not sure what happened. But yeah, that's just crazy. Oh, and he's closing that gap. 1 second to 0.9. If I was Adam, I would be sweating right now. I'd be looking in the back. I would be looking in that rear view so frequently, making sure, checking, oh my god, how close is he? Is he going to catch up to me? Emmerich and Smith are still battling it out. Emmerich is 0.9 seconds behind Smith here. And Smith is holding 3rd place really, really well. And Macaroni's got 21 seconds to close if he wants to make it, into 4th place. He is in the top 5, so there's nothing to worry about. Emmerich took that corner a little bit hard, drove up there on the curb, but he's maintained it well, controlled it well. Man, I don't even know what word to use. We'll follow along here with Bill Cosmo as well. He is 0.8 seconds behind DeLuca, who did overtake him and steal 7th place from him not too long ago. These two have been battling it out all night. It has been DeLuca, Cosmo. It's very interesting to see. Also, for anyone that's joined a little bit later, I would just like to mention while we're following along here with DeLuca and Cosmo that if you didn't hear when we started, it is DeLuca's birthday. So it would be very nice if everyone here watching could wish DeLuca a happy birthday so we can feel some support, and maybe that'll help him, get the motivation he needs to take 6th place from Rex. So happy birthday, DeLuca. You're a very valued member here of Delta Racing. I hope DeLuca is watching this stream tonight as well. If not, I will pass on your birthday missions. Oh my god, your birthday wishes. Chicha, thank you. Pete stole my name. Happy birthday, said happy birthday DeLuca. Adukin, very sweet message saying happy birthday DeLuca, sending speedy thoughts. And look at him go, and that beautiful red heads car. Absolutely stunning. it looks like the battle between... Sorry, I keep hitting my microphone. It looks like the battle between Adam and Walsh has kind of cooled off slightly. There is that 1 second gap, which keeps getting smaller and bigger every now and then. But it doesn't look like at the moment that Walsh is going to overtake anytime soon. I mean, it could change since they were 22 seconds distance between each other, and then all of a sudden Adam was in first place. So honestly, I don't know what to say. It just kind of happened all at once. And we've got Macaroni here, whose fastest lap time, he just completed a 1 minute 51 second lap time, but his best is a minute 50. He's still got quite the gap to close until he reaches Emmerich. Shipley is in front of him, so I'm not actually 100% sure if Shipley is meant to be 5th place and Macaroni is in 6th. But right now, we're having a little bit of trouble with this new real penalty update, so just bear with us. But Macaroni is taking these tough corners, especially corner 6, very well. He's now heading into corner 7. Skipping a number there. Now into corner 8. Jumping the curb just a little bit there. Going into corner 9 and 10. Coming out and into 11 and 12, slowing down just a little bit and speeding back up so quickly. And now he's just gone out of 12 and he's coming straight up into 13, with Rex not too far behind him, 7 seconds behind. As he comes out into 13, comes into 14, and now into 15. And straight into 16 here. And now this small straight between 16 and 17, and then he'll come into 18 where he'll start back onto the straight and take the whole track all once again. We're on our 16th lap out of 27 laps. The pit is open for 10 more laps, and I believe at least half of our drivers still have to pit. And yes, as Chicha said there, Betts and Walsh are still battling it out. They were side by side just then, and it looks like Walsh has overtaken Walsh has overtaken Betts and taken first place once again. Oh, and they are coming... Where are they? They are at corner 12 now, coming into it really quick. Betts is so close behind Walsh there. It's making me quite nervous how close he is. Scared for an accident. North has been transferred to the pits as well, just in case anyone was wondering. Betts is getting so close behind Walsh there. They're coming out of corner 14, into corner 15, and down into corner 16, on their way to 17. There's just a little bit more of a gap now between Walsh and Betts. Walsh is taking these corners so smoothly, not giving Betts a chance to get in front. Now they're coming up this small straight into corner 18 and back onto the straight, past that starting line. Oh, and Betts is going into the pits again. This is his second pit. This will allow Walsh to again build some distance. It looks like Emmerich is also pitting now as well, which will give Macaroni the chance to... Now it looks like Macaroni is lapping Cortez there. Sorry, I keep having like multiple mental blanks. And Betts did not finish. What? I'm not too sure what happened there. It looks like Betts has disconnected. That is really unfortunate that he was having such a good round there and battle with Walsh. So I'm sad to see that he won't be finishing with us. It will give some others the chance to give it a go, but we'll see if Smith will catch up to Walsh and they can battle it out. We've got DeLuca coming up behind Emmerich here with Cosmo not too far behind him, taking that corner just a little bit wide. Emmerich taking the corners very well. Chicha, I completely agree with you. I'm oh no as well that Betts is out. Emmerich is holding 5th place very well. DeLuca and Cosmo were right on his tail, and now he's just gained distance. 2 seconds DeLuca is from Emmerich. Emmerich is driving like a beast. He will not give up that 5th position. He's in the top 5. He's not losing it now. Following along with Rex here, he's just coming out of corner 15 and into 16 on his way to 17. I believe behind him is Cortez. I'm really happy to see Cortez still in the race. It can be pretty daunting if you're a new driver and you're kind of new to the simulation and you're in a race with a few people that are faster or in positions a lot higher than you. And just as we're talking, Smith has gone into the pits just momentarily, it looked like, and Macaroni has taken 2nd place. So I'm kind of curious to see if Macaroni will close that 29-second gap between him and Walsh, and then they can battle it out together. It'll be interesting to see if Walsh will pit now, as I believe he hasn't pit yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. If he has indeed pitted already and he doesn't need to refuel or change his tyre compound, then it looks like this might be it. He might be finishing 1st place. Really good to see your enthusiasm for Macaroni and cheering him on there, Pete Stole My Name. Smith is 8 seconds behind Macaroni. Macaroni took that chance and really just really created so much distance between him and Smith, really securing that 2nd place position. It looks like Rex is really catching up there on Smith as well. He's 0.6 seconds behind. And North still in the pits. I'm not too sure if North will be coming out. Cortez is now in 10th place. North has been in there for what looks like a while, for the last couple of laps, so I'm not 100% sure if he'll be coming out. So Cortez is taking 10th place. Eventually he will also take 9th place, where Adam is currently sitting. He may not feel like it's a win, but it definitely is a win, so Cortez has earned it. Rex is really keeping on Smith's tail, 0.6 seconds behind. They're on the straight now, coming up to corner 1, passing the pits there. I'm sorry, I keep getting closer to my mic and I can hear my voice bounce off of it. If I'm too close, tell me. I think this is the closest battle that we have so far. I'm not too sure if Rex will be able to overtake Smith here in 3rd place. He is really trying, so it's an A+ for effort. And Bill Cosmo still stuck behind DeLuca there in 7th place. They're on the straight now. It looks like he does have the chance to overtake here at this corner. They are so close side by side. Leaving a room for DeLuca there to go in on the inside of that corner. Back with Rex here, who keeps fluctuating from a second to 0.8 or 0.5 seconds behind Smith here. He's really, really trying to take 3rd place. It also doesn't look like Macaroni has closed any distance between him and Walsh. There's still 28 seconds gap between him and Walsh. Whoa, and it looks like Rex was sliding into that corner there, into corner 14. It's a good thing he corrected himself, because that could have been fatal. He could have spun out. I think that's the word. They are now coming into corner 17. And now coming into and out of corner 18, onto the straight, once again, we have 7 more laps to go. I feel like it has flown tonight. These races are just, they are speeding through these races. And yep, it looks like Sean North has also disconnected and did not finish. It's really upsetting to see that they weren't able to finish the race, but we appreciate them coming along and racing with us and giving it their best. They did really well for race 1, 2, and for what they did in 3. So thanks for coming with us, guys, and we hope to see them both in our next race in a fortnight. And they're so close here at this first corner, as usual. If Cosmo can just get a little bit faster this next lap, he will definitely be able to overtake DeLuca and take 6th place. Oh my god, I think this is the most I've ever spoken. Oh, I'm losing my voice. And Rex is also so close behind Smith. His fastest lap time is 1:50. Oh, it looks like he looks so close to overtaking him there. Getting closer and closer every corner. I can't tell if it's how wide he seems to be taking the corners, if that's what's affecting him, or I mean, they seem to be driving in unison pretty much most of these laps, except for the part that Rex does slide just a little bit, but he is an outstanding driver. He's doing incredibly well. I don't know who to root for anymore. Oh, yep, sliding there. Oh, and he corrected himself. Good job. Good save. I think it might have caused just a little bit of a distance between him and Smith, but he'll correct that in no time. Oh, and we've just missed it. A little bit frustrating. Not on it this time. My reaction's a little bit slow, but Emmerich has fallen behind down 2 positions. Now in 7th place, DeLuca and Cosmo have taken over. And as I said at the start, I have to say it. Emmerich just got rickrolled by Cosmo. If you're not sure why I'm saying it, if you weren't here at the start when I mentioned it, the drivers wanted me to mention that Bill Cosmo's favorite artist is Rick Ashley, and his favorite song is Never Gonna Give You Up. So it's just something I have to say. I have to do it now, just for Cosmo. What is it? Is it Ashley? Or is it? Come on, I don't know these artists. Bean Stell is a good friend of mine. She's also someone that would commentate with me, and she tends to bully me. And it looks like, oh, Cosmo took that corner. Astley, same thing. Come on. It looks like Cosmo took that corner a little bit too wide, and he has lost 6th place to Emmerich. And Emmerich just drove over in the grass there, allowing Cosmo to take back 6th place. It is just a cat and mouse game? Is that what you would call it? They're going back and forth here. I'm sorry, I would love to change who I'm watching, but this pink car is just absolutely beautiful. I'm not a huge fan of the color pink, not because it's like a girly color, but this pink is just very, very pretty to look at. And there's so much excitement happening here between Cosmo and Emmerich. You can really see that he is putting in so much effort. Oh, driving on the grass there, to take 6th place, and he did for a moment, but he might have gone, oh, easy done, there you go. Cosmo's just gone into the pits, allowing Emmerich to take 6th place. And now he just has to catch up to DeLuca and snatch 5th place under him, stealing the top 5. As our races have gone on, it is so clear that they have all really learnt how important it is to slow down into that corner, that 6th corner. If you take it too fast, you're going to take it too wide, and then it's just going to mess up your lap. and allow someone else to catch up and take that position from you. So everyone has seemingly gotten better going into the 6th corner, which is very good to see. And it looks like Macaroni hasn't closed that distance between him and Walsh at all. If anything, it's gotten bigger. I just would like to take a look at Walsh's lap time, which is slightly faster than Macaroni. We got a 150.160, and just flicking back to Macaroni really quickly, 150.631. So 0.5 difference. Sorry, it took me a while to do the maths. Everyone's kind of in their positions quite comfortably. It looks like the only real battle going on at most here is between Emmerich and DeLuca, and the distances these drivers have to close in order to get to the next position, unless you're counting Macaroni and DeLuca from the drivers in front of them, they're quite large. And Cosmo, not entirely sure what's happening there with Shipley. It might be something on the back end, which we'll have to tinker with a little bit, as there's always something that happens. Macaroni, not sure what he's done there. He has just driven off the track into the grass there, stuffing up his lap and allowing Smith to catch up, closing that 9-second gap that he had. And he's just caused the gap between him and Walsh to be even bigger, from 31 seconds to 40. And now Smith is so close. He is going to try and power through these next couple corners to overtake. They're coming out of corner 16, going into corner 17 now. 0.2 seconds behind Macaroni here. Now they're coming up to corner 18. It might be a little bit hard for Smith to get in front of Macaroni, given the experience that Macaroni has driving. I mean, I'm not just rooting for Macaroni because we got the same name. That would be favoritism, obviously. I am so intensely watching right now that I'm at a loss for words. And my throat is kind of sore. But they are coming into corner 6 now. And you can see Macaroni had taken that corner perfectly. Right on the inside of it. Smith following right behind him. Basically mirroring every single movement that he is doing. Macaroni's just gone into the curb there just a little bit. It looks like Smith is really trying to overtake him. He looks like he's going a little bit too crazy, hammering that car like nothing. Cortez is off in the side. Macaroni's gone off on the outside as well. They are now coming up to corner 13. He's still maintaining second place. Coming now into corner 14. Macaroni, Smith, and Rex not too far behind the two of them. Well done to Macaroni for still keeping it together and keeping second place. I nearly thought he was about to lose it there. I was a little bit worried. Driven into the grass. I believe the two behind him have. They're onto the straight now. They drive so close to the edge. I think they all keep going to go to the pits and then they move away. Look at that speed on him. Oh, and it looks like Emmerich and DeLuca are battling it out right now. Emmerich did take 5th place just momentarily and then lost it once again just at that corner 14. And Rex has taken over from Smith. People need to battle it out one at a time, please. Smith and Rex are driving like crazy. and Rex took that corner too fast. He's spun out just a little bit, allowing Rex back into 3rd place. We've got 2 more laps to go. Last time I checked, we had 7. And Emmerich again is in front of DeLuca here. What is going on? DeLuca's gone on the inside of that corner there. They're coming up into corner 5 now. Coming out of 6. Out of 7, into 8. Out of 8 and into 9 and 10. Looks like Emmerich has finally gotten that distance he needed to keep 5th place for some time. If he makes any mistake now, it is over for him. DeLuca will hold 5th place. We've got 1 lap left. Emmerich needs to be very precise on his movements and his corners to ensure that he can maintain that 5th place. You can see DeLuca working really hard there to catch up, close that 2-second gap that Emmerich has just made. Look at him go! A beast! Oh, and DeLuca... Oh, no, he took that... I think he slowed down just a little bit too much. But no, he's maintaining that gap between him and Emmerich pretty well. See, I don't know if it's Emmerich or Emmerich. I think their Rex is being pushed down for a cut. I'm not sure. But he's nowhere near the other guys, so I'm not sure why he's being pushed down. We've got Smith still working on catching up to Macaroni. We are on... Walsh is now on his final lap. Looks like was he sliding just a little bit there? I couldn't tell. Walsh is doing incredibly well. He's got Shipley behind him. But there is no beating Walsh right now. He is 1st place. He has been 1st place for majority of this race. Unfortunately, Betts couldn't finish with us. That would have been some great competition, some great battling out that we could have seen on this final lap. But here we're just following along with Walsh as he finishes his final lap. Oh my god. He took that lap, he took that corner either too fast, too wide, and he went off in the grass, but it's okay, nothing to worry about. If Shipley is indeed supposed to be in 2nd place, if it went for the little error, then Walsh really needs to be careful. But Walsh is now coming out of corner 13, this is corner 14 now. Coming out of it, up the top into 15 and back down into 16. This small straight here into 17 and then another small distance between 17 and 18. Oh, and he's slid the back tires there, just out of that corner, and he's finished. He has come 1st. Walsh again, 1st place. I believe all 3 races? I think. Well done to Walsh. I believe Shipley is 2nd place. We've got Macaroni here coming up to the finish line. He's coming into corner 17 now, coming out of it and up into 18. Finishing 3rd. Paul Smith not too far behind, finishing 4th. And it looks like DeLuca has overtaken Emmerich just then. I'm not too sure if there was a bit of an accident or... I'm not too sure what happened, but it looks like DeLuca will be coming 5th. And Emmerich not too far behind him in 6th. And then we've got Cosmo in 7, Rex in 8, and Cortez in 9. It has been an amazing Sunday night with our race. We're just finishing over 9, quarter past. Not too bad. I hope everyone had a lovely night watching the stream. I really do appreciate everyone coming along. I love the engagement there in the chat. Really gave me something to talk about when I didn't have anything to talk about. Chicho, welcome along. Great to have you here in the chat. I hope it was as you expected or a little bit better. And yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Our next race will be next fortnight. And I believe we'll do this. The layout will change, so we sometimes do 2 races, 3 or 4. Next race will be on the 21st of April. I'm hoping to see all of our races we had here tonight again next fortnight. Especially Cortez, I hope to see him some more. I believe he'll possibly get some more practice in, and then the more practice he does, he'll be up there in the top 5 in no time. Thanks everyone for joining, and we'll see you next fortnight. I'll just put on a little music before the stream ends, and see you all next time. Thank you.